Subscribe to the channel before watching. We make our viewers think. At the end of the video, we will ask you the main question. In a new report, it is revealed that richer countries and private lenders are trapping heavily indebted nations into relying on fossil fuels. These countries, primarily located in the global south, are forced to invest in fossil fuel projects to repay their debts. Debt justice and partner organizations in affected countries highlight the urgent need to cancel debts, specifically those linked to fossil fuel projects, due to the detrimental consequences and entrapment faced by these nations. The vicious cycle of debt and fossil fuels. The escalating debt levels of global south countries have surged by 150% since 2011, leading to 54 nations currently being in a debt crisis. As a result, these nations spend 5 times more money on loan repayments than addressing the urgent climate crisis they face. This critical situation forces countries into a toxic trap, where they continue exploiting fossil fuels to generate revenue to repay these debts. Paradoxically, fossil fuel projects often fail to generate expected revenues, further burdening these countries and perpetuating this cycle of debt and dependence on these fuels. Case studies: Mozambique and Suriname. Mozambique's debt burden doubled when loans taken without parliamentary approval were acquired from London-based banks in 2013, based on projections from gas field discoveries. The subsequent drop in oil and gas prices from 2014 to 2016 plunged Mozambique into a debt crisis. Sadly, international lenders' bailout solutions rely on future gas revenues, solidifying a vicious cycle of debt repayment through fossil fuel exploitation. Suriname faced a similar situation, with creditors securing nearly 30% of the country's oil revenue until 2050 after it defaulted on its debt in 2020. The new form of colonialism. Activists argue that this exploitation of debt and fossil fuels perpetuates a new form of colonialism. Countries like Suriname and Mozambique find themselves at the mercy of creditors, who essentially own their resources. This new power dynamic leaves these nations with no agency, as their debt-dictated policies prioritize rapid income generation to repay creditors, disregarding sustainability and climate justice. In the words of Sharda Ganga from Projecta, Suriname's civil society group, the reality is that this is the new form of colonialism. We have exchanged one ruler for the rule of our creditors, who basically already own what is ours. The difference is this time we sign the deal ourselves. Consequences and solutions. Argentina, for instance, has experienced a loss of sovereignty in transitioning away from fossil fuels. The country is forced to subsidize fossil fuel companies, encourage fracking projects, and cancel renewable energy initiatives. Moreover, climate-affected countries are increasingly burdened with debt as they try to finance the repairs and damages resulting from cyclones and floods. While financial assistance is provided, it often takes the form of loans, exacerbating the debt crisis and hindering climate change adaptation and mitigation efforts. Conclusion and audience engagement. The exploitation of heavily indebted nations through fossil fuel projects is a grave concern, perpetuating a cycle of debt and dependence. We invite you, our audience, to form your opinions on this topic. Do you believe canceling debts and providing greater access to grants is a necessary step to break this vicious cycle? Share your thoughts in the comments below. To stay updated on similar issues and contribute to the ongoing discussion, subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video on social media. Remember, remaining neutral and seeking long-term solutions is crucial to prevent further negative consequences resulting from this exploitative situation.